What's going on, gamers? So we got some more up-to-date news on Forza. It is now past 3 million plus copies sold on PlayStation this year. An interesting thing about this is that it has become the number one most sold PlayStation game this year, as far as like looking at other first-party games and other games just in general. It's doing very good. This game deserves it. You know what I mean? It's a good game. If a good game goes to another platform, even if it's been years old, it doesn't matter. It's going to sell because they haven't got to play it. So that's why I say that age is a number when it comes to some of these games. Definitely if they're good enough, and Forza has proven how good it is, 90-something meta. I mean, it's the only racer that I would say I would choose outside of Mario Kart. I know some people like Gran Turismo, which I wouldn't say you would be mad if you wanted to choose Gran Turismo or Forza. But personally, for me, I like Forza over GT. But I am aware of the stats on it too. Yes, I know. I didn't say I think in the public it's just going to beat it in every metric or any of that. No, I'm just saying for me personally, I prefer the Horizon series outside of Mario Kart. There's other racers too, but they're just not around. But getting into things, we have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about here. So if we click on this here, we have a whole highlight starting right here. Pony, sit down. Forza Horizon 5 is now 2025's top-selling new PlayStation 5 game. Racing Pass copies sold for huge first-party PlayStation titles. Plus, updated Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox numbers for titles like Monster Hunter Wilds, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Expedition 33, and a quick analysis on why Xbox is transitioning from console. Your eyes do not deceive you. This is a bonus edition of the Alina Insight newsletter, and it's a big one. Let's get into it. Forza Horizon 5 is 2025's top new PS5 game by copies sold. Like, comment, subscribe. We ready? Xbox ported Forza Horizon 5 to PS5 back in March, almost 4 years after its original release on PC and Xbox. That's what I'm saying. It came out 4 years ago, but so what? But only there. Now it's here, and it's doing better than ever. Yeah, the PlayStation platform is a very good demographic platform for that type of performance and for that type of game. It fits perfectly in there. They love that type of stuff. Apparently, more than Astro Bot. And hopefully y'all enjoyed my last video with that. Yeah, I mean, we can just go on that all day. Pony, sit down. Now, the PlayStation gamers that are just driving in cars are not the ones in the Pony Rainbows driving in Forza right now. Even them, y'all have fun too. But nah, y'all gamers that are just gaming, like I said, y'all are cool, man. But this is working very well for Microsoft. This is what they would like for a lot of games. This would be the dream for Satya Nadella. And it's putting something on Game Pass, but getting the sales that you would want on Xbox and Game Pass together combined. So you would get that from PlayStation, PC, and then Nintendo as well, because they're going to start putting stuff over there, and I don't see this not coming there. So Forza is going to be selling a lot more. Because these other platforms have people that like those type of demographics. Nintendo demographic, they love racers. I mean, look how many people have Mario Kart. Look at like Kirby coming around the corner. You know what I mean? Look at that other game, Fast Fusion Remix or whatever. There's other racers also that could be around the corner. So they like that stuff. Microsoft, so you should definitely put Forza on the Switch. And then imagine having that too on the handheld aspect as well. I think that's going to work very well for you guys. Now, continuing down over here, it says last week, Forza, this was last week, surpassed 3 million copies sold on PS5. They've been having it at $47.99 for a good while. But as I said before, that's smart. Because if you could sell 10 million at $47.99, and if you had it at 70 and you only sold 3 million, who's making more money? Who's make 500 million doing that? The 3 million at 70 is only 210 million. It's not worth it. Definitely if it's that old, that's the smart thing to do. So I always tell people about that. That's why I wish Nintendo sometimes would drop the prices of their games. That's the only thing that annoys me about them. Other than that, yeah, I love them. Okay, so going here, it says overtaking Monster Hunter World. This means Forza Horizon 5 is 2025's best-selling new game on PlayStation consoles for copies sold anyway. I think he might have meant Wilds. I was like, World, you know what I mean? But yeah, Wilds. Still, I know what he meant, though. It's cool. Forza's most recent sale, negative 25%. Okay, it was $45. Sorry, I was wrong about that. $45. I knew it was somewhere around there. I just remember looking at it once a while ago. I was like, oh, okay, so they're keeping it on sale when I was on the PlayStation. Was the engine that drove it past the coveted 3 million mark on PS5. But so what, though? This is smart. You're trying to build and get a base, and that's still plenty of profit. It's extra money. Digital. Across Xbox One and Series X, there's players. I mean, yeah, I would rather see sales though. But Forza Horizon is an off-platform force to be reckoned with for Xbox revenues. And this just tell you who hides things. See, you're getting the sales because of them. Don't you like seeing that? They're not telling you that. What do you think's telling you? It's not them. They hide their stuff. But Forza Horizon is an off-platform force to be reckoned with for Xbox revenues. On top of the 3 million copies sold on PS5, the Steam version has sold another 6.5 million. So it's going to get 10 million between those two. We already know that. That's guaranteed now. There's no way that's not going to happen. It's just pretty obvious. Good. I'm not a hater. Like I say, it's a good racer. You're supporting good developers. And then there's some news about Fable, but I'm going to have to get into that in another video to give you my full analysis on that and what do I think about it. But let's continue down here, though. As Xbox's off-platform strategy continues, we expect to see Forza Horizon 6 launching on PlayStation 5 on day one. Yeah, I think that's possible, for sure. Definitely after seeing this. Satya, no, they're not going to want to pass that up. You know what I mean? They're not thinking about exclusivity. By then, Xbox would have fully completed its transition to third party. More on that and at the end of the newsletter. Let's dive into the rest of the top 5, which includes a bunch of fantastic RPGs. We got Expedition, Elden Ring Night Reign, Shadows, Wilds, and Horizon. You see? So that sold 3 million. That's players. They're not giving sales. Various RPG round off the rest of the top 5 for PlayStation's top new games. And that's where we see Wilds at 2.9 million. But Capcom may... I mean, overall, it sold more than that. But yeah, they may update it. But still, this is still good though. Assassin's Creed Shadows said they reached 1.1 million players on Xbox, whatever that means. That's just Ubisoft Plus. That, like I said, you just telling me you flopped. 1.4 million copies. There we go. On PlayStation console this year. 2.7 million on Steam. That makes sense. Expedition 33, phenomenal game. That and DK are my game of the years. Oh my goodness, those games are good. And then going down to this headline right here, Ponies Relax. Forza Horizon 5 has sold now more copies on PlayStation 5 than last year's game of the year, and it came out way before it. You see what I mean? It's not the most important platformer of the decade. Mario Odyssey is. Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation 5 is outselling big first-party PS5 games. Launch Align PlayStation 5 copies sold for Forza, and the PlayStation base is saying this because it's a massive third-party base to support third-party games. Games that they're interested into. Astro Bot would have did better in the Nintendo world. Okay. Forza reached 3 million copies before Astro Bot Death Stranding crosses 1 million sold. Demographics, like I said, Death Stranding is a great game. So is Astro Bot, but Forza appeals more to the PlayStation base than those exclusives. It does. It's a rare game that can do that, but it's one of the very few games you'll see that happened that came from Microsoft that are going to do that. But hey, it's doing it and it's working, and hopefully Gears does well too, and whatever else comes. Forza Horizon 5 sold 2 million on PlayStation Renew up to 25 days, and just keep going down here. We see like you know, all this type of stuff. Then let's see, what is this? I haven't read any of this. The reason for Xbox's push to third party is clear: revenue, stagnation, subscriptions, and losing the console war. The Steam and PS5 versions of Forza Horizon 5 will also generate revenues of almost 400 million. Damn, that's pretty good. The reason of Xbox's off-platform push is clear: Game Pass subscriber number growth is beginning to plateau. That's true. Because after Call of Duty and Starfield, they've tried everything. It just keeps going back. So publishers are struggling to sell games on Xbox. We've talked about this before with tanking the market. But Xbox games are selling and selling in droves off-platform. And then he goes into what he thinks, and he believes that it's not the next gen Xbox is not going to be really a console. It's going to be a PC-like product, and that's what a lot of people think. That's where everybody is pointing to. Like every article you see with them coming out with something about it, it's all pointing to PC. Everything. But if they do end up having something like that, and I just don't know why. We'll see though. Like I said, there's more things that need to be answered because the window that we have now compared to what I think where it may come out is probably 2027 or something. That's a lot of gaps to fill in the true vision that they might want to have for it. So we have got a lot of intel though compared to nothing we had before. So we have a lot of answers now. But now yeah, we have to wait a little bit more because there's certain things that I need to fill in the remaining puzzles to say, okay, I can finalize this. But I can't finalize it and say that because I don't want to be wrong and I don't want to mislead people. But it's looking highly likely, though, that it's going to be, you know, a unified PC sync aspect of OEM devices. Something like that, you know what I mean? Now, as far as where they have a cheap, affordable entry so that people that want to play consoles have always had that, that is going to be also interesting. So I'm wondering too, or is it all just going to be expensive luxury products? A lot of people want those answers. Is there going to be a cheaper option that will save them a lot of money compared to what they would do getting a PC, like probably $350 or something like that, 400? You never know. That's a lot to some people right now, definitely when it comes to groceries, food, and all that. But we'll find out, right? And then we also know there's Cloud around the corner with 4K 60, but that's not going to be out yet. But they're working on that as well. That's going to have its own probably separate subscription tier and its own tier combined probably with Game Pass going up later on. It's just obvious to see that. But yeah, all in all, congratulations to the Forza team hitting 3 million sales. Great game. I always like seeing a great game sell more. All right, let me know what you guys think about this. Peace out. Have a great day. Later.